Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Ian, and as you know, it's Tuesday here on Coast to Coast TV. This week our theme is tags, and since I'm the oldest one on this channel and probably the closest to being a 90s child, I decided to do the 90s tag. So the first question is favorite Disney Channel original movie. Now, I really didn't watch that many besides like High School Musical, but that's like early 2000s. But I'd have to say, I know I watched the Even Stevens movie and I love that. I'm not exactly sure if it came out in the 90s or in the 2000s, but still, Even Stevens was basically like a 90s show and I love that show. So I'd have to say that would be my favorite Disney Channel original movie. Favorite music artist, I'd say besides like all the Disney artists and Nickelodeon artists and stuff, I'd have to say my favorite artists would be Mary J. Blige or Justin Timberlake. Like those are two artists that like my mom would play in the house and in the car all the time that I really liked, that I kind of grew up on. So that's that. Favorite Nickelodeon Junior show. I really liked Franklin. Franklin was a good show. What else? I watched Dora. I was kind of like every other kid. I've watched Dora at least one point in my life. SpongeBob was me and my dad's guilty pleasure. Like my mom hated me watching that, but me and my dad on Saturday mornings would sit down together with our bowls of cereal and watch SpongeBob. So that's another show. And then I watched a lot of whatchamacallit? The Berenstain Bears. That's a throwback, but I watched that. Not as much, I'd say, as the other shows like Blue's Clues and Dora and stuff, but I definitely watched it if it was on. What's the next question? Favorite candy? I don't have a favorite candy because as a kid and even still now, I didn't eat candy and I still don't. I really don't like candy. It's pure sugar and it's not tasty to me. So I really don't have a favorite candy. Next one, favorite game, board game, school game. I'd say at school I did a lot of jump rope. Like I guess I was good at that and hula hooping, but in terms of board games, I used to play Clue a lot. And not like Clue Junior, like I played Clue Junior, but I really like playing like the regular version of Clue. And since me and my friend, we were young and not really that smart, what we do is we would combine our clues and cards and hints that we got, and we would play as a team rather than on our own. So that was one thing. And then I had Monopoly Junior. I had the Toy Story edition of Monopoly Junior, so I played that a lot. And then I played what is it? Disney Seen It. That was a game that I really enjoyed. That was a fun game that I used to play with like my parents and stuff. But other than that, I really didn't play too many of those games. Favorite McDonald's toy. I have to say the favorite McDonald's toy I ever got would be the Beanie Baby, the McDonald's themed Beanie Babies, or the Monsters Inc. McDonald's. I think that might be my favorite. At that time, my sister was working at McDonald's, so that's the only toy set that they've had where I have every single one of the toys. I have all the doors. I even have Boo's door. I have all the little character figurines and stuff, and I would play with that all the time. So I'd say that would be my favorite McDonald's toy. Favorite book. I really didn't read too many books. I mean, like, as like a kid, I read a bunch of books. I'd have to say like Harry Potter, I read like elementary school, so that was a good book. And I tried reading Maximum Ride when I was in elementary school, but I don't know why, but the book scared me. So I didn't reread it until middle school, and then I've been obsessed with it since. But I'd have to say Harry Potter would be the only 90s type thing that I read. I don't know. Favorite clothing store. I didn't have a favorite clothing store as a kid because, you know, kids don't have favorite clothing stores. But I'd have to say up until I'd say either 5th or 6th grade, pretty much all I wore came from Children's Place. Like I wore so many Children's Place clothes, and I would wear like the yoga pants and like the shirts all the time. Like they're like looser shirts all the time and stuff. So I wore a lot of children's place clothes, so I would say that would be my favorite clothing store. What would I watch when I got home from school? Okay, so I know the schedule to a T. Right when I got home, I would watch Rugrats. Then at 4 o'clock came on Totally Spies, followed by Codename Kids Next Door. And those two shows, Totally Spies and Codename Kids Next Door, ooh, sorry, I almost choked. But those two shows I was obsessed with, and I was so upset because I'd say up until late middle school they would still show reruns of Totally Spies on TV, and now it's like it disappeared. It never comes on TVs. It's not on Netflix, which I'm really annoyed about. And then I can't seem to find it anywhere. And then another show that I watched that's the same case for, like, I can't find it anywhere anymore, would be Kim Possible. Like, the only time Kim Possible is aired on Disney would be when they do the Throwback Thursdays, and then Kim Possible is the show for Throwback Thursdays, like, once every month, every 2 months, and then that's only for an hour. It's only 2 episodes of Kim Possible and then that's once a week. Like, I think they should do either a whole week out of the summer of just throwback shows, or like a month of throwback shows, or have like a weekend or something where one day out of the whole entire weekend it's just all throwback shows that whole entire day. So favorite toys, I don't know like what my favorite toys were. I mean, I didn't really play with baby dolls. I wasn't a baby doll person. I had, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but Diva Star dolls. They were like the really, really ghetto version of Bratz dolls. I had those, and I played with those all the time. Like, I had all of their outfits. I had every single one of the Diva Star dolls. Like, I would play with those all the time. So there's those, and then I went through a Webkinz phase. Like, I had so many Webkinz. I was actually just cleaning my room, and in a box I found a safe, actually, like a little kid safe that it doesn't even have a code. You just press a button and it unlocks. But it had all my Webkinz codes, and I think I had maybe close to 40 or 50. Like, I had so many Webkinz, and I hadn't even realized that it was that bad. So I'd say that would be another toy of mine. I was obsessed with Bella Dancerella. That would be another thing. I had the ballet Bella Dancerella, I had the cheerleading one, I had the pop star one, and I just recently found out when doing a project about my childhood self that they made a High School Musical, Swan Lake, and tap dance Bella Dancerella since I stopped playing them. I'm so annoyed because I love High School Musical, I love tap dance, and Swan Lake is my favorite ballet of all time. So, yeah. Favorite commercials? Stupid question. Who remembers commercials? No one remembers commercials. So, skipping that. 13, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? NSYNC. Like, I didn't really listen to NSYNC then, but now, because like with Justin Timberlake's comeback and stuff, I was going back and listening to his old stuff. I might have like the last 3 or 4 albums that NSYNC released on my phone, and I listen to them a lot. Like, I really like NSYNC, and I guess I could say it's a guilty pleasure, but then since listening to old things and liking old things is the hipster thing now, I guess it's cool because it's cool to be a hipster. Weirdest fashion trend. I would say the weirdest fashion trend that I've seen as a kid would either be the jelly sandals, which have come back, or the light up shoes. I never understood the point of that, and I still don't get how those light up shoes never ran out of batteries, because if you were a kid that had light up shoes, you would wear them at every single second possible, even if it's not dark out and you could barely see the light going, you would still wear them because you were cool because you had light up shoes. So that would be another trend that I never understood. Favorite Beanie Baby. No one remembers the name of them. I had a bunch of them. No one remembers the name. How many Tamagotchis did you go through? See, this is a funny thing because I would kill my Tamagotchi, not even on a daily basis, like on an hourly basis. But I didn't have the money, and my parents refused to buy me a new one every single time I killed it. So I found a way to reset your Tamagotchi by using one of those like really tiny screwdrivers, or getting like a bobby pin or something, or a safety pin, and pressing the reset button. So I would reset my Tamagotchi maybe on like 2-3 times a day, because I would just kill the thing because I was really bad at taking care of them. So if you count that as going through Tamagotchis, I'd say I maybe went through 40, 50, 60 Tamagotchis all on the one Tamagotchi thing. So yeah. Favorite game system and game. I played a lot of game systems as a kid. I don't think I really had a specific favorite one. I had Game Boy, then I had gotten GameCube. I used to play my dad's PlayStation, like the very first original one. We would play this one Pepsi game where there was this Pepsi man and you had to find like the Pepsi machine and stuff. I don't even remember what it was called. But we would play that together. I'd say that would be my only favorite game I'd say I had out of all of them, just because that was something me and my dad did together. So it was like family bonding, and then that was like a regular thing. Like every Saturday we would watch the SpongeBob and eat breakfast, then we would play the game, then we'd listen to Sean Paul for the rest of the day before he had to go do something. So that was like a ritual for me as a kid, so I'd say that would be my favorite. And that's so check out everyone else's videos. Becca's tomorrow, then Mia's on Thursday, and Christina's on Friday, and then go subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up if you like, and comment down below any of your favorites of the categories I talked about. Follow us on our social media sites. I'll put all our Twitters down below, and then my links will be at the end of the video, and then the rest of our links are in our About Our Channel section for the channel. I guess that's it. So I'll see you guys next time, and remember, stay true, my friends.